Hi, and welcome to another English Pen Grammar lesson. Today, this video is all about prepositions. Prepositions are a part of speech that can get confusing very quickly, but they are also very important. What are prepositions? When do I use them? And how do I use them? Stick around and you will find out. We will also learn the differences between two common prepositions, to and at. Prepositions are words that link nouns or other phrases together. I like to think of it as words that provide detail of time, place, and direction in a sentence. Examples of prepositions include at, in, on, to, and so on. Maybe you've seen these words already, but do you know how to use them? Well, let's get started with when prepositions are used. There are three main cases: time, place, and direction. Number 1. Time. Prepositions are used to provide detail about when something happened. Time prepositions include at, on, in, before, and after. For example, we eat pizza after school. When do we eat pizza? We eat pizza after school. Number 2. Place. Prepositions can also specify where something happened. These prepositions are words like on, at, under, and in. Here is an example sentence. The cat sleeps on the table. Where does the cat sleep? On the table. Number 3. Direction. Prepositions can tell us how an object moves from one place to another. These prepositions include through, across, into, and to. For example, I run across the field. Alright, so we know when to use a preposition now. We use it to provide detail for time, place, and direction in a sentence. But how do we use them? Well, in most cases, prepositions must be followed by a noun. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. House, Lily, table, and Asia are all examples of nouns. But why do nouns have to follow a preposition? Remember, prepositions link parts of a sentence together. They act as a bridge. Naturally, you won't see a bridge with land on one side and nothing on the other, right? Same goes for prepositions. Secondly, nouns follow prepositions because prepositions need an object. In this case, the object is a noun that completes the meaning of the preposition. For example, she drives to the office. She is the subject. Drives is the verb. To is our preposition. And the office is the object of the preposition. She drives to where? She drives to the office. The office completes the meaning of the preposition to. Without the object of the preposition, the sentence would not make sense. Most English learners have trouble understanding the difference between at and to, the two most commonly used prepositions. They sound similar, right? They both provide details about a place in a sentence, but they are used very differently. Let's start with to. To shows movement in a sentence. For example, here is the sentence from before. She drives to the office. The verb drives shows that she, the subject, is going to a specific place. She is not staying in one place. She's moving. She drives to the office. So to is used with movement. Verbs that are usually used with to include drive, walk, go, fly, return, and so on. How about at? At is used when the subject is not moving. They are staying in one place. For example, we meet at the park. Nothing is moving, we just meet at the park, a specific place. Other verbs that are used with at include stay, live, work, eat, and arrive. At is also used when the place is an address. In general, to shows movement in a sentence, while at does not. One thing to note is that the object of the preposition when using to and at must be a specific time or place. For example, the nurse works in the hospital is correct, but the nurse works at Britain would not. Britain is too big. The setting must be narrow and specific. Similarly, he arrives at the airport is correct, while he arrives at China is not. In both cases of a general setting, the preposition in would be used, but that is for another day. Here is some practice. In the following sentences, use to or at to fill in the blanks. Remember the difference between the two prepositions. Looking at the verb in the sentence will help. Pause the video now to figure it out. Here are the answers. Number 1. We learn at school. Learn does not show movement. The subjects are not going anywhere. So the preposition is at. Number 2. You walk to the shopping mall. Walk is a verb that shows movement. The subject is moving, so the preposition is to. Number 3. Hazel lives at 80 Mayside Road. Lives is not a verb of movement in the sentence. Hazel stays at 80 Mayside Road, so at is the correct preposition. I had a hard time making this video. There was so much to know about prepositions, and I couldn't include everything. For example, to and at have many more uses than the ones that I mentioned, but there was not enough time to go in more detail. However, in my next video, I will explain prepositions in further detail, as it is a part of using indirect objects. Until then, this is the English Pen signing out.